In the vast expanse of time and history, we often find ourselves contemplating the profound impact of individuals who walked among us centuries ago. Their words echo through the ages, shaping our beliefs, values, and the very fabric of society. But what if one such figure, a beacon of hope and compassion, were to grace us with their presence today? Imagine a world where Jesus Christ, the central figure of Christianity, walked among us in the 21st century. How would his teachings, his miracles, and his unwavering message of love transform our modern world? Would we embrace his wisdom, or would we reject his message as we have so many times before? Join us on a journey of imagination and exploration as we delve into the hypothetical scenario of Jesus living in our time. Let us ponder the profound ways in which his presence might shape our society, culture, and the very essence of what it means to be human in a world grappling with unprecedented challenges and boundless possibilities. In a world dominated by technology and the relentless flow of information, Jesus might find himself drawn to the digital pulpit. Imagine him utilizing social media platforms, his words reaching millions, his messages going viral, sparking global conversations about faith, love, and the meaning of life. His teachings, shared through captivating stories and profound parables, would transcend geographical boundaries, uniting people from all walks of life in a shared digital space. His followers, a digital flock, would gather in virtual communities, engaging in lively discussions, seeking guidance, and finding solace in his timeless wisdom. However, the digital age is not without its perils. Just as his words were twisted and manipulated centuries ago, so too would they be subject to the dark side of social media. Misinformation, hate speech, and the relentless pursuit of online clout would pose challenges even for the Son of God. With the world interconnected as never before, Jesus' message of love, compassion, and justice would resonate on a global scale. He could address the United Nations, his words broadcast to every corner of the globe, challenging world leaders to embrace peace, equality, and the inherent dignity of every human being. Imagine him walking among the poorest of the poor in refugee camps, offering comfort and healing to those ravaged by war and famine. His presence would inspire hope in the hopeless, reminding us of our shared humanity and our responsibility to care for the most vulnerable among us. Yet his message, just as it did centuries ago, would undoubtedly be met with resistance. Powerful interests, threatened by his call for justice and equality, would seek to silence him. Political leaders more concerned with maintaining power than serving the people would attempt to discredit him. The return of Jesus would send shockwaves through the world's religions. For Christians, it would be the fulfillment of ancient prophecies, a moment of profound joy and anticipation. The faithful would flock to his side, eager to witness his miracles and receive his blessings. However, within the diverse tapestry of Christian denominations, interpretations of his teachings would likely differ, leading to theological debates and perhaps even divisions within the faith. Some might question his message, his methods, or even his very identity. Other religions would grapple with his return in their own way. Some might see him as a prophet, a messenger of God, while others might view him as a challenger to their own beliefs. Interfaith dialogue would take on a new urgency as religious leaders and scholars sought to understand the implications of his presence. Chapter 4. A movement ignited. Jesus' unwavering commitment to the marginalized and oppressed would resonate deeply with modern social justice movements. His teachings on love, compassion, and the inherent dignity of every human being would breathe new life into the fight against racism, poverty, and inequality. Imagine him marching alongside activists, his voice adding moral weight to their demands for justice. His presence would inspire millions to confront systemic oppression and work towards a more just and equitable society for all. His message of radical love and forgiveness would challenge the very foundations of prejudice and discrimination. He would call upon us to see beyond our differences, to recognize the spark of divinity within every human soul, and to embrace our shared humanity. Chapter 5. The System Challenged. As a revolutionary figure who challenged the political and religious authorities of his time, Jesus' presence in the 21st century would undoubtedly have profound political ramifications. His teachings on social justice, economic equality, and the corrupting influence of power would resonate deeply in a world grappling with income inequality, corporate greed, and political corruption. Imagine him speaking out against the excesses of capitalism, calling for a more just and equitable distribution of wealth. His message would challenge the very foundations of our economic system, urging us to prioritize people over profits and to create a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. His rejection of materialism and his emphasis on spiritual values would stand in stark contrast to the consumerism and individualism that often define modern society. He would call upon us to examine our priorities, to seek fulfillment beyond material possessions, and to live lives of purpose and meaning. Chapter 6, A Mirror to the Soul. Beyond the societal and global impact, Jesus' presence would touch countless lives on a personal level. His teachings on love, forgiveness, and humility would offer a path to spiritual awakening and personal transformation. Imagine encountering him in your daily life, his presence radiating warmth, compassion, and an uncanny ability to see into the depths of your soul. He might listen intently to your struggles, offering words of comfort and guidance. His presence would inspire you to be a better version of yourself, to let go of anger and resentment, and to embrace forgiveness both for yourself and for others. In a world often defined by competition, comparison, and the relentless pursuit of success, Jesus would remind us of the importance of compassion, empathy, and the interconnectedness of all beings. His presence would be a beacon of hope, reminding us that even in the darkest of times, love has the power to heal, to transform, and to illuminate the path forward. Outro echoes of hope. As we conclude our exploration of this hypothetical scenario, we are left with more questions than answers. The impact of Jesus living among us today would be profound, multifaceted, and impossible to fully comprehend. Would we, as a global society, heed his call to love, compassion, and justice? Or would we continue down a path of division, conflict, and self-destruction? Perhaps the most important question is not how the world would respond to Jesus, but how we, as individuals, would respond. Would we open our hearts and minds to his teachings, allowing his message to transform our lives and inspire us to create a better world? Or would we reject his message, clinging to our prejudices, our fears, and our resistance to change? The answers to these questions lie within each of us. The choice is ours to make. Let us choose wisely.